Tyler Perry's Zatima returns on October 3rd with a new season. What's good, y'all? It's your good sis Erica Vane coming to you right here on Erica Vane TV with another Zatima video because we're back in Sisters Universe. New episodes, alerts. I am going to be breaking down the first half of season 3 of Zatima, the synopses. From what we have episodes 1 through 10. So I'm going to go through and read you the synopsis, but also tell you what I think it means, give a little bit of predictions. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button and turn on your bell notifications so you don't miss out on any of my Zatima content and conversations. Sisters Keeper will be returning when Zatima premieres. And yes, we're going to have a little bit of overlap this year with Zatima and Sisters having new episodes premiering once we get into the thick of it in October. So you're going to want to hit that subscribe button and keep it locked so that you do not miss any of the great content and conversations around either Zatima or Sisters. Now, you can also, at any given point in time, go down to the link in the description box or click the card above and head over to ericavane.com, where I have all of the synopses written out for you to read for yourself. So you can feel free to always check ericavane.com for new information as it gets updated. Okay. First and foremost, season 3, episode 1 is titled Cutting the Cost. And the synopsis reads, after Gladys's death and financial setback, ZAC and Fatima strive to rebuild their lives. Jeremiah's desperation puts Fatima at risk. All right, y'all. So we're probably going to just be picking up right where we left off, where ZAC had to make the big boy decision to take his mom off of life support. We know that Gladys died last season. We also got news that Fatima was supposed to be pregnant. However, the timelines did not match up. So then when she came over to Sisters, she was still throwing them things back, drinking and whatnot, because ZAC was still stressing her out. But according to the trailer, we're still going to see her be pregnant here. So I'm wondering how they're going to clean up the timelines. I do think that we're about to watch some type of convergence where between season 8 of Sisters and season 3 of Zatima, we are going to get on a very clear, understandable timeline to be able to flow with. So we're just going to have to weather the storm with some inconsistencies until we find that. But we are, seeing the aftermath of Gladys's death, but then also Bryce still making a decision with the deal. We did get the confirmation that he was able to call his dad to be able to help them, but them speaking to a financial setback in the synopsis might mean that something went awry and maybe Bryce's dad didn't come through after all. Even in the trailer, we do get to see still tensions being high between ZAC and Bryce, so maybe it's not as clear cut as we thought it was going to be. So ZAC is going to be struggling not only with losing his mom after making peace with some of the trauma that she has, bestowed upon him by way of her bad decisions as a mom, but then also the financial setbacks that's coming with his business, and then his brother and all the smoke that Jeremiah had going into his mom's death and pulling the cord on her. And then we also got to see what seemed like foreshadowing for Jeremiah to really take a deep dive off a ledge into a very dark place. It seems like with Gladys's past, and he's decided to give up, and the trailer doesn't give us any kind of hope either, where we get to see him get into a physical altercation with Fatima, and it seems like he back on that rock, so he making very poor decisions, that addicts tend to do because they're more informed by their addiction than their morals. So I think that we're just going to get the stage set for us in reference to the tone of this season, and we're going to just start to see ZAC grapple with all of the consequences of various decisions, whether they're his decisions or the decisions that have been made around him by other people. And Fatima is really just going to be along for the ride, trying to help, as she has always done, put things back in order, put out as many fires as possible. And like they say in this synopsis, it says that ZAC and Fatima are striving to rebuild their lives. Lord, we starting off and it's already getting real. Now, episode 2 is titled Brother's Keeper, which tells me this is going to be a ZAC and Jeremiah heavy episode. Lord have mercy. The synopsis reads, Jeremiah's continued drug habits open a world of new issues for ZAC and Fatima. In an attempt to make up for their financial loss, ZAC and Bryce visit new opportunities. After feeling deceived, ZAC starts to doubt everyone's allegiance. Everyone? Is that going to be everyone? It feels like it might be everyone, y'all. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna work backwards in the synopsis. So Zach's starting to doubt everyone. I could totally see that Zach will be going to a place that he typically goes to. He does not do well with adversity. He does not do well with things not going his way. Zach is only in his best form from what I have seen in watching 7 seasons of Sisters and 2 seasons of Zatima, that Zach only thrives when things are going well for him and when he is feeling his most lucky, is experiencing the most luck. When Zach is faced with adversity, he tends to tuck tail and run. He tends to cower. He tends to shut down. And I really would love for him to grow out of that, because Fatima needs a man that is going to be able to hold his own. And it's unfortunate, but that's what this last sentence kind of reads to me. With Zach doubting everyone's allegiance, it feels like in the moments where he feels like this is getting to be too much, he's going to decide that everybody must be against him, and then he's still the victim, because whether y'all liked it or not, Zach be playing the victim very, very often. And I hate that for him, because regardless of everybody else, he knows for damn sure that Fatima is always in his corner. Fatima always got his back. So I would hate for this to be another moment where Zach starts to question her or starts to push her away, because he has made a habit of doing that as well. But maybe he has learned from it. Now, him even going with Bryce to visit new opportunities is interesting, and maybe he's only staying connected with Bryce until he recoups his money and figures out a way out of the financial hole, because it was so clear all throughout season 2 that after the whole inappropriate, like Bryce trying to kiss him, Zach was completely checked out. I mean, he wasn't doing no damn work at that damn office anyway. He was sitting in there playing solitaire, worried about Fatima. Not doing no damn work. But he was made to feel uncomfortable by the advancements of Bryce, and he made it very clear that he wanted out of the business with him. So to hear that they are going to, or to read that they're going to be visiting new opportunities and still working as a partnership, it kind of feels a little bit weird. But I guess Zach is going to try to do whatever he can do within his means at this time, and he might also feel like his hands are tied in reference to keeping him in business with Bryce, and Bryce might be begging and pleading to be able to make it up to Zach. Now, Jeremiah's continued drug habits open a world of new issues for Zach and Fatima. I could totally see them trying to get him on the straight and narrow. We get to see new characters, and I did a video breaking down all the new characters that are coming to season 3. So if you missed that, click the link in the description box or in the cards above, or just wait to the end of this video and I will put the video on screen so that you can watch that next. But we actually get to meet people at his rehab, so we know they're going to try to put Jeremiah in rehab. So I wouldn't be surprised if before that they start to see him hitting rock bottom, running with the wrong people. Maybe he owes a drug dealer money and they come looking for him, and they run into Zach or Fatima in the meantime, in between time, and ish gets complicated, and Zach gotta step up and be his brother's keeper, because I don't think that Fatima's gonna let him turn his back on Jeremiah like that. Now, episode 3 is titled Decisions, and we're getting 2 new episodes every single Thursday on BET Plus. If you're not sure of where to watch it, that's where we'll be seeing it. If you do not have BET Plus, then you're gonna have to wait until a few months later, where they will probably stream it on BET. But if you want to catch it new, like with Family Business and with House of Vicious, which is currently streaming right now as well, new episodes for BET Plus exclusives, go to BET Plus. Please do not get in my comment section hollering and screaming about where can you watch it, this didn't happen, because y'all ain't signed up for BET Plus. BET Plus is that girl. Just go ahead and get it. I know it's so many streamers, but go ahead and get BET Plus. She's that girl. All right, episode 3, Decisions. The synopsis reads: Zach gets a major offer from an unexpected source. Nathan tries to convince Fatima to tell Zach the truth about Jeremiah. Oh, so maybe Fatima has been covering for Jeremiah and his drug abuse, trying to hide it from Zach, because she knows that if Zach finds out, Zach is going to discard him completely. But she don't want Zach to lose out on the last little bit of family that he does have left, and she still has hope and faith that if Jeremiah gets and stays clean, that they can resurrect their relationship. And she's going to be, I guess, going behind Zach's back, and Nathan knows as well, trying to coordinate getting Jeremiah on the straight and narrow. Oh, I like this plot point. It's actually giving Nathan something to do besides be raggedy and annoying and running in and out of Belinda, but he married. Yeah. Now, Zach gets a major offer from an unexpected source. I think this is going to be related to business, and it might be something to help him out of the financial bind that he finds himself in with Bryce. And it could be the fruits of whatever the new opportunities they were visiting in the previous episode that we got to see mentioned in the synopsis. Now, episode 4 is titled Help Yourself. And the synopsis reads: Angela follows Bryce to the hospital following his traumatic car accident and stays by his side. ZAC learns that there is more to Preston than meets the eye. So maybe Preston is the person who is going to get involved and have the unexpected offer that maybe saves ZAC in reference to his business. I wouldn't be opposed to that. Now, what I am struggling with is Angela following Bryce to the hospital. I get it. Nobody wants somebody to get into a car accident, potentially fatal car accident. It seems like this is going to be a pretty bad one. But Angela, girl, why are you still sniffing around Bryce? That man has already told you what it is and what it ain't. This man fetishized you. This man, whatever little things he got going on, y'all are misaligned. I hope they do not use this as a way to try to put them back together, because Angela and Bryce do not belong together. Point blank, period. Yes, get well soon, Bryce, and all that jazz. Heal up, rest up, and then go on about your business. Angela, leave that man alone. Leave that man where he at. All right. Episode 5 is titled Game Changers, and the synopsis reads: ZAC and Fatima plan ZAC's mother's funeral while Jeremiah avoids all contact with ZAC. Oh, this is going to be a very, very emotional episode. I think that this is going to be very hard for ZAC, just in what we got to see last season with him trying to make peace with all of his resentment and anger towards his mother for how they grew up, how she basically abandoned them, how she allowed addiction to make it so that she could not be a good mother to both of her sons, and then subsequently how she lived her life in older adulthood. I don't think that we really get to see ZAC have a ton of closure, and a lot of times funerals are like forced closure, and with ZAC still not necessarily processing and I don't believe fully forgiving his mom, we might see this again be a very like canon emotional moment for ZAC. And with Jeremiah trying to avoid ZAC at all costs, I think that this is because he is still on drugs. He is not necessarily in a good place, but he's also still on drugs, or not necessarily pushing for recovery, because also burying his mama is a traumatic experience. It could be a very triggering one. So for all that, y'all, I really think that episode 5 is going to be a very emotional one, unfortunately. Episode 6, it is titled No More Lies, and the synopsis reads: Angela and Bryce have a heart-to-heart that puts their relationship into a new perspective. Belinda pulls a fast one on Tyrone and gets him to divulge information he shouldn't be sharing. Listen here, little Mr. Barbershop Tyrone, mind your business, because Belinda, what is it that you need to know? Nathan is married. Nathan's married, and you don't need to know nothing about Tony. So you down there asking information about Nathan, and you know that Nathan is married. You know that you a hoe. You know that you like. I'm just surprised that Belinda's still here. The actress who plays her, I think she's beautiful. I think she's talented. I think she's dope. And yes, you having a job, but Belinda got to go, because if she don't have nothing else to do but be messy, and we ain't gonna get no like better understanding, no internal understanding of why she's doing the whole shit that she's doing, then they can go ahead and keep it, because I don't actually want to watch a black woman be stupid and be hoeing for no damn reason. Like, girl, tell me about how you feel about yourself. Tell me about what you see in reference to your life, and like any regrets that you might have. Like, why have you been a shitty ass friend and you're comfortable being a side chick to a man who's in a marriage? Like, I need to understand deeper if you want me to give a damn about her story, because if she's just doing it just to do it, that is very much so uncompelling, and I will scroll. Like, I can't. Belinda, girl. So yeah, and Mr. Tyrone, shut your mouth. How about that? Now, Angela and Bryce get into a new perspective after a heart-to-heart. How many more heart-to-hearts do they need? Angela wants a man that's going to take care of her, who's going to be a traditional man. Bryce wants ZAC. Like, y'all are not equally yoked. Y'all already know this. What heart-to-heart needs to happen? Nothing. The man got into an accident. He's gonna be all right. Yes, he wants Angela, but he wants Angela because he has a fat fetish. He's already said that. Yes, she's a gorgeous girl. Yes, she's dope. But also, he likes a little bigger women. Okay, cool. But then you also like men. She don't like men who like men. So like, what are we even having a heart-to-heart about? If y'all not becoming BFFs forever, like friends for real, and not trying to bump uglies with each other and make goofy ass eyes at each other, then I don't actually want to see it, because at this point it's giving forced. It's giving putting Angela in a place to be desperate and just accept this little Asian man with all of his missteps and all of his foolishness, and I don't think that she should settle. Yeah. Moving on. Episode 7 is titled Losing It, and the synopsis reads: after learning the totality of the situation between Fatima and Jeremiah, ZAC is out for blood. So I think this is a call to what we see in the trailer, where it looks like Jeremiah is trying to get money from Fatima, and he accidentally like basically flips her upside down, but we know that Fatima's pregnant. So this basically looks like an aggressive attack, and ZAC is not having it, because you basically physically put hands on my damn fiance. She's the mother to my unborn child. I don't give a good goddamn how bad you needed this crack. I don't give a good goddamn how bad you needed this money. You should have never put your hands on Fatima. And I completely understand why ZAC is mad. I just hate it for him, because ZAC leads with anger so often, and I think he needs to get that under control, because yes, this is a very valid trigger in this moment, but this is also his go-to for a lot of other things. And if he's not able to at some point reel it in and manage it, then he's never going to be a stable partner for Fatima. And yes, he's just defending her honor or whatever, but when we get to this point, we're in episode 7. I think this happens around episode 2. Fatima's handled it. If she thought that she needed you, if she thought she needed to tap you in, she would have. If she felt unsafe, she would have. She's been working with, from what the synopsis looked like, she's been working with and trying to help Jeremiah all of this time behind your back. That is not someone who is actually afraid of him. That is not someone who thinks that he's going to actually hurt her. That don't even feel like someone who the physical action that he took actually compromised y'all's baby. It seems like the baby's going to be fine, because we don't, she wouldn't be helping him if the baby wasn't fine post that little scuffle. So like, ZAC, I'm gonna need you to relax. And it feels like this little angered outburst is going to get him into more trouble than he thought. But let's go ahead on to episode 8, which is titled Brothers and Enemies. And the synopsis reads, ZAC sees red when he has an opportunity to settle the score. Preston and Bryce struggle to connect with each other outside of ZAC. So this to me confirms 100% that Preston is coming in on the business side as it pertains to ZAC and Bryce, and he's probably going to be the godsend to help put them back on track financially. And Bryce is probably going to feel jealous. Bryce is going to feel ousted. Bryce is going to feel like at the moment that ZAC can get away from Bryce and let Preston just be his partner, he will. And Bryce is probably going to resent that. We have already seen a jealous, nasty little petty ass Bryce before, so we know that thing is in him, and it's probably going to come out in episode 8. Now the whole seeing red that ZAC is doing, I think that this is him actually getting physical with Jeremiah as a result of what went down with Fatima, and this is going to bleed over from episode number 7. Now episode number 9 is titled Mercy Me, and the synopsis reads, everyone is terrified after Jeremiah's altercation, and his fate is in ZAC's hands. Fatima warns Angela about her frequent interactions with men. Ooh. Not Fatima calling Angela a hoe, said you gotta close your legs. Well, we ain't talking to Belinda, so it's not close your legs to married men, but it's close them legs, honey. You open more than the Waffle House. I don't think Fatima gonna come in here like that, but it's gonna be very interesting for Fatima to be having this conversation, because she seemingly be all for all of Angela's antics, and I'm just like, well, what's the deal now? Why you want her to chill now? What's wrong with the man that she's actually got her eyes on in this moment? Now everyone is terrified after Jeremiah's altercation. I think that's him and ZAC's altercation. I don't know if this is ZAC put him in the hospital. Is Jeremiah on life support? Like, what is actually going on? Talking about his fate is in ZAC's hands. I hope ZAC ain't beat him up so bad that he on life support and ZAC got to pay the bills and ZAC refuses to pay the bills. I really don't know what this could mean, but I would love for y'all to tell me what y'all think it means in the comment section down below. I feel like they're going to try to redeem Jeremiah this season, and for me, while his backstory I really resonate with and I feel for him as a character, I'm not really fully invested in. So it's these moments and this new stuff that they're giving in reference to plot points that might actually pull me in to care what Jeremiah got going on, but I don't as of right now. Now episode 10, which will be the mid-season finale, because there's going to be 20 episodes in season 3. It is titled Twin Flames. It premieres on October 31st. And the synopsis reads, ZAC spirals out of control while confronting Jeremiah. Angela and Bryce have a heart-to-heart moment while at the hospital. And Nathan and Connie receive information that could change the trajectory of ZAC's life forever. Now, this feels a little bit redundant. I don't know how on par this synopsis actually is, because I feel like we got the same stuff maybe 2 synopses ago. But I will also say that there's a lot of going in circles when it pertains to the series Zatima, and it's not a lot happening in the 30 minutes that we get, but we do get 2 30-minute episodes each night. So ZAC continue to spiral. Maybe, Jeremiah's not necessarily in the hospital yet, or maybe he's in the hospital and ZAC, he wakes up and ZAC is still on his ass about everything. I don't want to hear no more heart-to-hearts about Angela and Bryce. I really don't give a damn. And Nathan and Connie receive information that could change the trajectory of ZAC's life forever. I really don't know what Nathan and Connie could be finding out that changes ZAC's life. Unless ZAC got Connie pregnant. That would be some wild work, y'all. That would be some wild work. If that night when he took Connie upstairs, I don't believe that this happened, but if that is what they bring out of the damn woodwork, giving ZAC 4 babies would be wild work. I have never heard of such. It would be wrap it up, hang it up flat screen for this ZAC. I don't think it could be that, y'all, but that's immediately where my brain went in reference to like could change the trajectory of ZAC's life. I don't know, unless Connie and Nathan find Jeremiah dead. I really don't know. Tell me what y'all think in the comment section down below. Those are all my thoughts and predictions as it pertains to the synopses. Again, I have them written out for you on ericavane.com, so you can go over there to check it out, or also just check ericavane.com for new updates on your favorite television series. I'm your good sis you love to talk TV with. We're back into Sisters Universe season. We're dropping new Zatima or Sisters or both videos every single day. Hit that subscribe button, turn your bell notifications so you don't miss out when a new video goes up. Drop your comments in the comment section down below. Like the video because you made it all the way to the end. And I'm going to see you in the next one.